Now, alright, say two Latter-day Saints females came to my house, right? And we were doing Bible studies, right? Okay, and I don't remember nothing happening, right? Like I tell you as well. First. But if I was being sexual, I could have tried to convince both of them to have a menage a trois with me. But I also don't remember doing that, right? That's what I'm saying too, right? Because it's still 2-1, and right? I don't know if I'll bring that up or not, but I could have, right? Right? But the problem is, I don't know, right? We did it or not, right? And it wouldn't bother me either way, right? To have sex with both of them or not, right? I can handle it if I did, and I can also handle it if I didn't, like Solomon having 1,000 wives, or Hosea marrying a prostitute, or Samson himself sleeping with a prostitute, at least until midnight. And then Delilah herself. Now, if she's asking you the secret of your strings and you finally tell her, right, you're going to go down. And that's not love, that's stupidity, right? You're tempting the Lord, right? Then yourself, right? But your hair also was growing back, right? They forgot that too, right? Hair grows back. Either quickly or slowly but surely, but it grows back anyway. Now, if you're trying to shave my ass, right, after you shoot my ass, right, again, using your females as bait, right, you're the problem in the first place, using her as bait, right? A normal male doesn't do that, but Satan would do that to his own wife, to Jesus. Why? He's wanting to take the kingdom from Jesus, and the only thing he can use to do that is his own wife, right? To get him to have sex with her. And then accuse him, right? Like Jesus doesn't see her as his daughter, right? And Satan himself as his son. A prince, right, according to scripture, is the son of a king. Now, I have said ye are gods. Now that's the plural form, right? The plural form includes the female. Not just the male. And children of the Most High, right? Jesus is still the Most High, right? In heaven and earth, right? Now, Satan's problem goes from heaven to earth with Jesus. And his problem is he wants to kill him to assume the throne, right? And reign in his place, right? That's called an usurpation, right? When the rebel wants to take over the kingdom from his father, mother, right? With his own wife being the bait towards the father, right? Which is like Lot and his daughters, and that's why people get confused, right? And men today might even be sleeping with their own daughters to prevent another man from having sex with them first, right? That's crazy too, Michael. You also don't have sex with your daughter like she's not your daughter. Or you're being sick. Even if she's not your daughter in your mind, you're raising her like she is. That's going to mess her up worse, right? You can do that too, you know. Now, I ain't saying I even know I did anything with Michelle at Chinatown, right? Well, if I did, it was so quick, I don't remember it. I had a quickie before with the first girl and Molly, right? Right. The rest were over 5 minutes, right? Now, like, if I'm biking out, it's at a certain point, right? While I'm, say, at a restaurant, right? So if I'm sitting there eating my food, a female has to invite me somewhere, right, to have the sex, right? Right. Like the bathroom. Now, I'm not going to have a problem with that because of King Solomon being with 1,000 women, right? I'm not shooting for 1,000 women, though, either. I'm sure Solomon wasn't either. But if your wives are around 300, and they're handmaids, like with Leah and Rachel, who had two, one for one and one for the other. And again, like with Abraham and Sarah, she tried to use Hagar to have a son with Abraham, right? Which messed up. Whether Ishmael is Abraham's or not, because he also could be Eleazar's, right? But if you understand what I mean there, right, and why, Hagar wasn't like Sarah, under special protection from the Lord, right? Especially when they were in Egypt and Abimelech's kingdom, right? Something happened there that even Eleazar would know not to touch Sarah. But it would have nothing to do with Hagar. There's no reason he couldn't have sex with her. Now, like I'm telling the young lady who is supposed to wait till she's 16 to do that job and not entice someone who thinks she's 15. Now, if I'm 51 and you're really 15 and you tell me you're 37, that's on you. Right? I don't know you until I run into you like anyone else. Right. Now, if I'm having sex with other people, it could be a quickie and not a longie, right? But if I'm with you for 20 minutes, and I lose that time, right? There's only one thing that's going to cause me to lose that time. You attacking me after the sex yourself then, right? Because you know you're wrong. You know you can be tried as an adult, right? Especially if you're attempting to murder your lover, right? Even if you did it one day for 3 times in a row. But it don't mean I came in you once, or twice, or 5 times. Maybe. You, on the other hand, took advantage of me, not me you. Michelle. If you slept with me with the problem being, you know I'm not going to remember it, right? And that's any Michelle, right? Even Angela, Dion's wife, knows if you're arguing about Shane. And Shane's at Marceline's, right? Hypothetically. If you go and leave Dion, because he acts passed out drunk, fuck Shane, right? He's gonna follow you. And might even either shoot Shane again, right? Or wanna fuck Shane in revenge, right? Which is still gay of you, Dion. Not me. I didn't even know that was an issue between us, right? Though the rumor is what? About you. We don't know you're gay or straight either, Dion. Right? Now, like I keep telling you about why I'm in the bathroom for such a long time, it has nothing to do with you or the family, except maybe I'm wanting to escape and to read the damn Inquirer while I'm in the damn bathroom. That is just something to do on a Thursday afternoon in there to help with digestion of your food, to sit on the throne for a little while and pass the time. Now, if you really need to go, there's another bathroom in Granddaddy's room, I guess, right? Which again will serve. So don't tell me again, I hogged the bathroom, or if you were to knock on the door, I wouldn't, again, understand and let you in to go to the bathroom too, right? But would also exit, if I was done and just reading the Inquirer as well. So I guarantee you I never really masturbated at Enoch's. If I do that, I'm more do that in my own room at home. And it's probably with me more a wet dream, because that feels more like sex to me, right, than using my hand on it, right? But again, right, I ain't saying I never did that either. But a confession's gotta fit all the truth, Dion, right? Or you're still lying about something. Now, if I say no and you try to fuck me anyway, you have to bite me out, right? Or hit me a few times, right? You're raping me then, right? Whether I remember it or not, right? And then you're a gay male rapist. Like in the damn movie Shawshank. That don't make you straight or me gay either, dumbass. No, it don't. Because I still seek a woman, right? That's the point. Even if you did try to do that to me, right? While I was staying over at your house a couple times, still in the teenage years, right? And still trying to date women, at least during the summer, right? Or ladies my age, right? At the Geechee River, right? And I'm not afraid to date a girl. Even if I strike out, right? Or it's a one-day thing, right? But again, I'm not the one lying if you're knocking me over the head and then trying to have sex with me and I say no and try to fight you off. Right? If you're bigger than me, Dion, that's another reason it's a rape. Bigger boys tend to try to rape smaller boys like their girls too. Asshole. But I don't remember it live. You must have hit me over the head a few times, huh? Right? That's assault with the intent to do bodily harm. Because I'm resisting you and saying no. That makes it rape, Dion. Your male cousin raping his male cousin, asshole. If you did anything to me while I stayed over at your house. And I don't remember it. And it's rape if I said no once. If I had to keep saying no, you had to hit me a few times. I don't know why I wouldn't scream out either, but I'm sure I would do that too. Now again, that could just be my paranoia though. And that didn't happen either. You understand, right? What I mean, right? But if you're having issues with me about my sexuality, what's going on with yours, right? Because when you point the finger and call someone gay, you're probably really the one actually doing something gay. Now, it's like with my friend who kind of looked like me, right? Being over at Becca's house, or whatever her name was, right? And again, we're kind of trying to show her we're both interested in her, right? The problem is he puts her high up on his back with like a piggyback ride, right? Well, like I said, right, to him, after he pointed it out, trying to embarrass me, asking me if I'm trying to get him or her. Well, she's higher up on your back. If you gave her piggyback her, right? Which means he's picking her up higher onto his back, right? Now, I'm not even really hard, right? For her or him at that point. But again, if you say that, and I say, well, she's higher up on your back, I couldn't reach her, she would at least know that I wanted her and not him. But all I know is I would leave after he said all that because he's embarrassing himself. How is he embarrassing himself? He's denying that she's higher up on his back, and just because his ass is lower, that I'm trying to go for his ass, not her pussy. See? I don't want his ass or her ass, I want her pussy, right? Shit. But her pussy too is higher up on his back, right? Now. But I let them both know before I left, with all that rudeness, right, that I wanted her, not him. Now, if she made him leave and came after me to be with me, because she thought he was an asshole, and she finally knew I liked her, right, and she didn't know that either, baby, right, and we had sex, being her, I don't remember that part either. But why is that, right? Because after I left, she got mad with him, kicked him out, right? And then went after me, right? Because all I'll do is kind of walk away slowly, for dramatic effect, and leave the scene, because he's obviously jonesing that I'm gay, right? Though it's still two males, right, competing for one female. Yet, only she can choose which male she really wants. Now, all I know is I went outside and maybe went back home. Right? I guess. But if it did cause her to get mad with him, right, and she kicked him out and she went after me, right, why wouldn't she have found me before I got too far? She wouldn't. She could have, right? She also could have invited me back into the house and fucked me then, right? Because we were obviously alone, right? To do that to begin with in her home. The problem was, I know. Alright. He was instigating, I was after him when she was just higher up on his back, right? And that's when I left, because that's him being gay towards me, right? Yes it is. Yes it is. See, perspective, right, is twofold. If she's higher up on his back, right, and I would have to jump up to get to her, I'm jumping up to get to her, not him. Because she's higher up on his back, right? But in the process, of course, right, his ass is right there too, right? But it don't mean I'm going for his ass or her ass, but her vagina. Now, once, if she did go after me, right, and kick him out, and again caught up with me, and we went back to the house, and then I left again after we had sex, that's where I don't remember anything, right? But why? Because of him. Because of him. Now, what did he do? Stop me after she kicked him out and went after me, right? After she brought me back, me and her had sex, right? Because she liked my demeanor more than his, right? I was being an asshole about it all, right? He became the asshole, right? So she gave me a pity fuck, right? Because he embarrassed her and me, right? By having her on his back, right? As a piggyback ride, right? And being higher up on his back, of course, like I told him, she's higher up on your back, right? I can't reach her without jumping up. And you're in the way. You're in the way. And after he said all that, I got nervous and left, right? Right. It sounds like he's wanting me, right? And I'm wanting her. So I just tried to leave, right? I let it go, right? But again, right, if he did something to me, we fought about it, right? Now, all I know is later on, he died in a motorcycle wreck, right? I guess, right? Or tried to fight me and I killed him, and I don't remember that because he gave as good as he got. And then when I came to, I went on home. I don't know. Like none of it happened. No. Right. The same with the Mormon girls, right? Now I know I'm going to bring up menage a trois and marriages and all that because the Latter-day Saints have sister wives. Meaning, like with Solomon, you can marry more than one woman. Like with Jacob, you can marry more than one woman. And even Abraham himself, after Sarah died, married other women. More than what? More than one. Now, Paul's also talking about the widow finding a husband as well. Especially if she's a young widow and being dick about it. Right? Trust me. Like the woman can't move on from the male either if he dies, right? Like she's supposed to be his bride even in death. I think he's addressing that custom though more than seriously, right? That no, she's just as free from her husband after death as he is from her if she dies first, right? Right. Now, if the girl's with me though, and you're causing me amnesia because of her, you know why, not me, right? In other words, if she's 15 and you know it, and she knows it, and she lied to me, in the heat of the moment, I didn't know that, right? You might say ignorance of the law is no excuse for the law, but if I know the law and I wouldn't have broke the law if I knew the truth, right? You're trying to make me break the law with her, right? Which is underage sex, right? If she's a year younger, though, she could also be tried as an adult if she let the person who attempted to murder me get away with it, right? That makes her an accessory after the fact, right? If he tried to murder me after we were together in the bathroom, right, he wants her to deny we were in the bathroom, right? But I know it was too long to not be in the bathroom of the amount of time I lost after he showed up showing his ass, right? And I can quickly deal with the situation if I recognize who it was, right? And if he is her own dad, he's an evil dad, right? And she's trying to work too young, period. And she can't let her do nail jobs until she's certified. Either. She's the one actually doing the nail job, like she's old enough to do so, and I have no way to know she's not, right? I shouldn't have to cart her in the store either. It's expected for the person doing the job, right, to be legally old enough to do it, right? If you work in the bar, you still got to be 18 to serve alcohol. You just can't drink it till you're 21. It's like with Kevin Spacey and the bartender. Right? He had to be 18, dumbass, to work in the bar. 18 is old enough to consent to sex with a man. You understand, right? If he consented, right, Kevin didn't do anything wrong. Nope. The boy's old enough to consent. The problem was his rich bitch mother, okay, got all pissed off with Spacey and ruined his career by it. Yeah. Even though I think he's a hell of an actor sometimes, right? Might not like everything he did, but still. Don't mean you didn't screw him over either. Just because he hit on someone's 18-year-old son in the bar and offered to buy him a drink, and he shouldn't accept it if he was 18. He didn't know that. Now, right is right, though, and wrong is wrong. Period. If you're a gay person dating someone or you're a straight person dating someone, we all gotta play by the same rules. One of those rules is age of consent. If the boy is 18, he can consent to sex with a man or a woman. Right. That's what I mean too. But if all Kevin's doing is he's a little drunk and hitting on the boy, right? That's normal. That's normal. That's normal in dating anyway, right? And it's not a crime, rich bitch mother, to do that. Now, the thing about judging not, lest ye be judged, also applies to gay people, right? Or straight people, right? You also can't judge a person who likes a lot of pussy as promiscuous if you again are interfering in his dating life. And know he wants one woman like everybody else, right? Right? If I've been with 17 women, it's because, again, they wanted to be with me, right? And they found me attractive enough to have sex with me the same day we met, so I know I can pull off a one-day stand. Or a one-night stand. So I know you're lying, okay? That I ain't never had a one-day stand or night stand either, right? I know you're full of it. In fact, that's what all my relations seemed like, even when I was married to Daphne. Because we would only have sex when she was really in the mood, right? Now. I also don't know if Amanda came down here either because of the tension. And her boyfriend believed the attacker I know. Over me, right? And I'm trying to tell the girl, me and you didn't do anything, right? No matter what they're saying, right? I'm not doing it to break up her with her boyfriend, right? Either. Right? But if the girl's having a problem with him, and he believes we had sex, right? At 4, who's being fucked up there? Him. Thank you. If Amanda had to come down here, right? I don't even know she did, like I said, right? But she can as she got older, right? Now, all this is 2017, right? So I know the girl's at least born in 1990, right? And that means she's at least 27, 26, and 25, right? When some of this starts coming out anyway. And was 17, right? Alright, when it first came out on YouTube, right? Right. Now, if she's 17 in Georgia, right? She's a year older than she has to legally be to have sex with someone, right? So I don't expect her to come to Georgia to fuck me if she has a boyfriend, right? But I also asked Jonathan, does she have a boyfriend? And he said, someone named Steve. And I said, okay, well, I know a Steve too, just be careful. Right. That's it. And I don't go near her. Another thing about stalking is you gotta actually go to where the person's at, right? To be stalking them. They also can't live around you and pretend you're stalking them. That set you up to stop them. That's their crime too, right? You're not after them. You never were. You're just trying to find your own girlfriend, right? To maybe one day marry you if we have premarital sex or not, right? Now, if I'm used to premarital sex, though, you can't play holier than thou if you're a virgin or not yourself, right? Especially if you're not one. Because then I'm going to feel like you're just judging, right? And being self-righteous, right? And that's the point, too, right? Now, you're only exposing yourself, though, right, to me that you want me, right? And I keep telling you, if you're a man or transgendered or whatever, right, I'm not into that scene for myself, right? But I understand some men are, and I don't judge them. That's all you can do if you're a true Christian. My job ain't to even convert you to Christ. You don't even want to know all the details about him. And some of the things, unless he's nude around them, they wouldn't find out until a certain point anyway, like when he was on the cross naked with only a loincloth on, right? If you're androgynous, that's when it would be known, right? And not until then either.